So it seems everywhere you go, every single channel is starting to use the new Lureworks Parasol Pro. Well, I've been putting it off for a few months because I have a few reservations. So today we're going to crack into this for the very first time. I have not used Lureworks Parasol Pro before, so we're going to jump in and see what all the fuss is about. Come on, we're all in this one together. Hey, what's going on, bait chuckers? How y'all doing today? Got a fun one for you. You know, I'm going fishing tomorrow with my buddy Eric, and I just want to make a couple baits, go out and fish. We've been real busy restocking the 8-bit store, so all the moon dust and the hollow shift, all that's back in stock by the time this video is up. So head on over to the store while you can. Appreciate all the support from everybody. But we're just going to go out fishing this weekend, going to make a couple baits, and I thought, you know, I've had this jug of Parasol Pro medium blend sitting here for about, I'd say, 3 months now. I actually received it just before we moved from the garage here into Area 52. So it's just kind of been sitting over there on the side waiting to be used. So I did want to at least point out right out of the gate that after 3 months of sitting, there is no hard pack. So that's a pretty good sign. I mean, if I hold it up to my light here, I can see probably a good maybe ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch at the top. Looks a little bit more, you know, translucent, I'd say, than the rest of the jug, but no hard packing from what I can tell. If I flip it all the way upside down, okay, I can see a little bit of sediment sticking there to the you know, what would be the bottom of the jug, but I can see it starting to slide down slowly. So I'm going to go ahead and shake it, and I'm going to do all the normal things that I would normally do with my regular Plastisol. Now, I know you're not supposed to shake it, you're supposed to stir it with a drill stick, but I didn't buy the drill thing that Adam has that goes down in here, so we're going to shake it just like good old times. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to throw it in the vacuum pot anyways. I really want to use it the same way that I use my Plastisol regularly, just to see how different it is. Now, I did mention I have a little bit of a reservation. One thing I've noticed about the Parasol Pro is that when people put it in the microwave, it tends to get up to around 220, 230, and then all of a sudden people seem to be like way overshooting it, like getting up into the 370s, 400s, like crazy high. Now, I asked my live chat about this in one of my previous live streams, and they all kind of agreed. It acts normal up to about 230 degrees, and then it shoots up in temperature very quickly after that. So we're going to pay close attention to how we heat it up here in the microwave today to make sure we don't skyrocket past that 250. I don't like to get my Plastisol hotter than it needs to be. I don't care if the Plastisol can take it or not. You don't really need it to be that hot. It's not really fantastic, especially if the hotter it gets and you get it on your skin, we're talking even more serious burns than what you're already working with around 320, 330 normally with the Plastisol. So we're going to pay attention to heating it up and just pour some normal colors. I got some fun colors in store today. Now, I don't know if we'll get to both, but I have some Barlows Jelly Roll. It sounded pretty cool. I got this when I picked up the transparent fluorescent pink, and that was a stunner of a color, so looking forward to that. And then I picked up some new Wagasagi from Lureworks as well, so kind of a powdery pearly green. So we got two colors we'll probably play with today. And the mold of choice, we are busting out the newer 3.5 inch slick swim. We're going to do a lot of swim bait fishing tomorrow. It's spawning season here. We have had a week straight of 80 degrees. That's why I'm doing this kind of in the evening time. I have a little bit different lighting coming from outside the roll-up door because it is getting dark outside. I mean, it was 85 degrees here in the shop all day. So crazy for us to be this warm in the month of March, but hey, this fisherman ain't complaining. One thing I will say I do like about a lot of the Lureworks products is they come with that nice little red sealer cap in there. Now, this is just held in by suction, but they do this on all of their new colorants too when they ship in the mail. I like it. Really prevents leakage from coming out the top, and you don't really have to worry about a bunch of tape and all that funky stuff around there. So pops right out just like that. Here you go, ready to pour. All right, we got a nice viscous milky substance. That's what we like to see, a nice 250 millimeter, one full Pyrex cup. Ready to rock and roll. Definitely some surface bubbles there on the top. It's looking a little bit foamy, but again, to be fair, we shook the heck out of that container. So we'll get this for 1 minute in the microwave, and then we will throw it in the vacuum chamber, see how it performs. All right, here we are. All those surface bubbles went away almost immediately. So pretty cool to see that. Definitely a warm Pyrex cup. I don't expect to see a chemical reaction yet. We only put it in for 1 minute. But now what we're going to do is go ahead and throw this in the vacuum chamber, because this is normally when we would vacuum all of our Plastisol. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. All right, take a look. You can see here we are under pressure currently at -30. And if we take a look in there, no bubbling. Like none. There's a handful of bubbles, but I will say that's pretty impressive. There have been Plastisols I have put in the vacuum pot at this stage, and it's like we're boiling a pot of water. So, all right, first impressions, so far so good. I like what we're seeing. All right, next step, after we vacuum it out, we take it and stick it in the microwave for 1 more minute. This is our normal procedure. This is what we would do if we were using Bait Plastics 242 or even Dead On. So we'll see where that gets us. All right, here we are after that 1 minute. Let me work around the camera here. I'm going to start to stir this in. What's our temperatures looking like? All right, straight to, look at that, straight 330, 331. We're getting up there pretty quickly. Pretty quickly getting up there. All right. So right past the gel phase. Not at 350 yet. We definitely need to get this a little bit higher to 350. All right, and it is, as I do a little waft, right, definitely more chemically of a smell than I'm used to. I would say it is less pleasant. It's very low odor, for sure. But the odor I'm smelling definitely, at least to me at least, not very pleasant. All right, we're gonna get this for, normally if I was 320 like that, I would do 20 seconds, but I'm afraid, I'm a little timid, so maybe we'll do 15 and see where that gets us. All right, here we go. I actually went the full 20 seconds, okay? I didn't skimp out, so let's see where we're at. All right, see? All right, it got us, not bad, a little hot, 353, 350. Okay, I will take it. And it definitely got a little bit clearer as soon as it hit that level. Now you can see, now I don't know if that's from stirring, there is a handful of bubbles in it, but again, I shook it, so I'm not, this isn't, you know, I just don't want people going crazy on me, but I'm just, you know, being honest. We shook the heck out of it, and there's a handful of bubbles. So, you know, if you are going to end up shaking your Plastisol and you don't have a stirrer, you're going to have to face this, just like I am. So, no matter, we got a vacuum pot over here. We're going to vacuum it out, but let's play around with some new colors. Let's see what we're working with here. First up is going to be the Barlows Transparent Jelly Roll. So I don't know, maybe it'll be purple. It shows pink on the website, but I don't know, let's give it a shot. We'll start with 10 drops. Okay, 10 drops is giving us a very, very transparent purple. It's cool, kind of got like an ultraviolet looking vibe to it. All right, let's get another 10 in there for sure. All right, well that is showing up super it is transparent purple. I mean, it's what I'm trying to get out there, but it looks super thick in the cup, but it is almost clear on the knife. All right, I'm gonna go 20 more drops, bring us up to 40 total. All right, and there we go. That's like a thicker purple, but I'm seeing some, I mean, if we drizzle it, yeah, see how it's got a cool kind of vibrant purple there when it's not thick. All right, I'm kind of digging that translucency right there. We got 40 drops in the cup total. Let's see, throw some sparkle in there. All right, because we're dealing with like a pinkish purple, we are going to go in with some Ripley. All right, we're going to go in with just a tiny amount. You can see Ripley has that pink to kind of green and gold color shift going on there. Pretty awesome stuff. Part of the Moon Dust line, again, fully restocked back on the 8-Bit Bait store now. So we're going to go just a 1/2 We're just going to kind of give it a little bit of pizzazz in there. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I'm definitely liking that. You can see the depth that just gave that color right there. That's looking really good. All right, I think I want some gold hologram in there as well. Going in with the small gold hologram, going to give it that chef's pinch. You all know I love. In fact, I think we might go 2 pinches of gold in there. I like that. I like that 2 pinches of gold. Ooh, yeah. All right. Hey, I'm liking that. I'm liking that quite a bit. You know what? I think I also want maybe a little bit of red in there. We're going to go large red. I'm going to pull out this .040 burn from Dead On Plastics. We're spilling glitter everywhere. It's all right. I don't mind. 2 pinches of that red. I think that's going to look awesome in there. Oh yeah, all right. I think that is our color right there. I think that looks really good on the knife. Really enjoying how that looks. All right, we're gonna get this, I'd say, you know, vacuumed out and warmed up, but we're gonna have to track it along the way. I can't normally make a jump cut. So we're definitely starting to set up. So we're gonna scrape the sides here and pop this in the microwave for 30 seconds. And then I guess we'll check the temperature before throwing it back in to get vacuumed. All right, here we are. I'm going to try and get this on camera for y'all. We're going to get this stirred up a little bit. Yeah, it feels pretty good. All right, yeah, right. Expect to see it. 330, 335. So behaving is normal. I don't know if y'all can catch that there. Behaving is normal, 335. So this is normally where I would give it that once or twice stir, scrape the edges, get that real good. I like how this is setting up. I can already see this kind of neon purple coming together with this color. So I'm wondering, some of these fluorescents, again, maybe we do need to mix them in early, but that's for another video. Let's drop this in here and get it vacuumed. Okay, so this is what we're looking like now. We got the vacuum pot going at the moment. You can see it's starting to bubble up. We did burp it once already. So I'm keeping an eye on the bubbles here, if it's going to pop over or not. I don't know. Probably going to burp it again. I don't trust it. Alright, so that's 2 burps now. So you can see now that we've added our color in our moon dust powder, you can see that that's going to add moisture. All those different things add moisture. So it's always good to vacuum your Plastisol after you put all your colors and glitters and everything in. Even though it looks like there's no micro bubbles, there's definitely moisture in your plastic. All right, that's a 3rd burp right there. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Now the reason for this and the reason why I suggest you do this, you vacuum your Plastisol, you know, is because you're going to get a much better color. Even removing all of those micro bubbles out of your Plastisol, you're gonna get a much better color and a much better looking bait by running it through the vacuum chamber after you've added all your color, glitter, etc. So looks like it may bubble up and over this time. We may get a full collapse on itself, which would be good. Then we can bring it all the way up to minus 30 bar pressure and then you know, really let it do its work. All right, let's see where we are at. Vacuumed. All right, we gave it a couple seconds in the microwave. We're right around 340. So I'm definitely noticing where I normally would give it 30 seconds, I've been going a little tender. I've been giving it 20 seconds, and we're right where we need to be. All right, so there's that 335. That's kind of where I like to shoot. So we're going to go ahead and inject that right there. Always remember, boys and girls, do not forget to glove up. All right, here we go. Full pull. Plenty for these 3.5-inch slick swims. Push it down at a medium pace. All right, I like that. I'll go right down the line. I'm really liking this color. Now I see it, jelly roll. Okay, this could be a good worm color too. This was purple at first, but the more we've had it warmed up as a fluorescent color. It's kind of got like a pinkish purple vibe to it. I'm really liking it. You know, Barlow's been coming through lately with these transparent colors. I, of course, have affiliate links down below in the description should you decide to pick you up a bottle. But, yeah, Jelly Roll. Good stuff right there. I mean, take a look at that on the injector. That looks a lot more pinkish with purple vibes. Hence the name Jelly. Would make sense, Jelly Roll. So, pretty cool stuff. Like it so far. All right, check this out. I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but right here on the edges, can you see that orange? There's a little bit of orange in there. Again, similar to that fluorescent pink. I think it's got a little of that in there. There's that orange changeable similar to that jelly apple red, but it's got more of a purplish vibe to it. It's not as bright pink, but it's got some more purple in it. All right, it's not as bright pink as that fluorescent pink or the jelly apple red. So looking pretty cool. I'm liking how that puck looks with all those edges. The tail and the thin parts of that slick swim should look pretty good once it's cooled off. I definitely think I want to see this in a worm now too. All right, we went ahead and reheated the puck and the leftover Plastisol. You can see we have the other mold here still cooling. I wanted to get the 5-inch pintail worm mold out because I definitely want to know how that shoots. One thing I will point out, I put everything in, I hit it for 30 seconds, and it was like, I don't know, 320-ish, but we still had like a puck in there. Hit it for 20 seconds, brought it up to 340. So I definitely recommend heating this in 20 to 30 second increments. We haven't skyrocketed it so far, but definitely short intervals is going to make this heat up very, very quickly. So keep that in mind when you're working with it. Nice medium pace. Hold a little pressure. That's a cold mold. I think that's going to look really good in that worm, more so than the fluorescent pink. I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. 40 drops of the Jelly Roll. This color's looking pretty good. Really good, actually. All right, here we go. 3.5-inch slick swim. We got that awesome pinkish purple here on the top. You can see that orange changeable wanting to show its way through a little bit. Let's see how the baits turned out. What side are we going to come out on? That side, maybe. All right. Oh, beautiful. Look at that beautiful pink color right there. Bam. Ooh-wee. Jelly Roll. All right, look at that. Wow. I'm telling you, these Barlows colors, they're sleepers. Looking good. All right, let's get a couple of these out of here. Oh yeah, really liking the way the light kind of comes through the edges on them there. You can see the pink, how it comes through on the edge when that light gets trapped on the inside. A very, very slight orange on the backside. So definitely a changeable. That moon dust is in there, giving all kinds of glimmer and sheen. The pink is getting washed out, but definitely getting a ton of gold, which is nice. That red is also kind of hard to see as well. I'll be quite honest. So the pink is dominant. So I would probably just use some silver flake in this moving forward. And I bet some black would bring out a little more of that orange changeable. Looking at them against the light, you can see that pink really shining through. Incredible stuff. That's a pretty sweet color. I'm curious what these worms look like. Speaking of worms, we got the 5-inch pintail worm all ready to go. Awesome looking sprue there on the top. It doesn't want to play nice. We knew it wasn't going to want to play nice. Can we do a peel? Oh, look at that glow. Did you see that glow right there? Lord have mercy. Oh, look at that. Peel to reveal. Wow. Look at the translucency there. You can see the light coming through it from the side like that. How they just glow. You can see the purple vibes in there. Tad bit of orange and pink. This is almost like a 3-color changeable, really. when you think about it. Look at that. That's looking pretty sick, actually. I'm digging that in a worm. Jelly roll worms, huh? Wow. I think anything with those dangly appendages that get bright pink like that, that's pretty incredible. All right. Looking sweet. Let's get another round of these going, and then I got a fun experiment in mind. Okay, I forgot to record it, but I wanted to show you the experiment that I was trying. I basically wanted to see what the Parasol Pro would do. You know, would it play nice with some other Plastisol? So this is Bait Plastics 242 medium. This was leftover. This was some leftover. Oh gosh, look at that. Lord have mercy. I think that's Groom Lake, if I'm not mistaken. This was from the original moon dust color sample photo. So I had about a half a cup of that. Bait Plastics 242. Oh gosh. Oh, that moon dust. It's just something incredible. Anyways, laminated those two. This was the back color. We used the jelly roll as the belly color. And so this is kind of what we're left with over here. We'll get to a demolding here in a second, but just didn't want to leave anything out. No issues getting temperature to match. I heated this one up first, obviously, and then I brought this one in part way through, but was able to warm them up pretty close to one another. Again, I always warm up in 30-second, 40-second increments, especially when there's 2 cups. No discernible difference in the way this heated up versus normally. So I'm not sure why it's shooting way up for some people. Maybe, I don't know. User error is all I can really equate it to, because I've had no issues yet. In fact, I've pulled back maybe 10 seconds on the short reheats. So, so far, so good. I will say though, the odor, is it low odor? Yes, it's low odor. But when I do get a whiff of the odor, it is not pleasant. Definitely the most chemical or harshest smelling. Even though it is very low, it is very faint. If you get a whiff of it though, it's, for me at least, it's very harsh compared to Bait Plastics or Dead On. So that is about the only negative running for it so far is the smell, at least for me. I know that's up for debate on what your nostrils tell you, but when I get a whiff of this, the brain fires off like this is something we probably shouldn't be smelling. It just has that harshness to it, to me. So that's just my input, but so far so good. Let's these are cooled off. Let's get these demolded and see what these look like. All right, here we go. Our half and half. We got the Bait Plastics 242 on the back, laminated with that Parasol Pro medium on the belly, 3.3 inch, well, sorry, 3.5 inch slick swim. All right, here we go. Oh, hey, I'm liking that color a lot. Really liking that color. But, oh yeah, no issues with the lamination from what I can see here. Everything looks like it went according to plan. Trying to get that angle for you. And looking pretty good. Laminations look really good. All right, now that black backer definitely is bringing out more of the orange in the belly. But you can see as the light shines through on my hand, all that purple's in there. That's pretty cool. That's going to make for a pretty sweet effect when that is swimming through the water. I dig that black back like that. Lots and lots of moon dust in there. I mean, you can see that shift to green there, a little bit of gold, and that purple and pink is shining through. Oh yeah, all right. This is going to look even better in the whip wad. We shot a couple whip wads. You want to take a look at those? All right, 5.3 inch whip wads, the OG. Let's take a look at these. Hopefully these turned out nice. I would think so, based on the slick swims. And oh yeah, these did not disappoint either. Looking good, looking good. Look at that tail. That tail is going to be so bright. Oh, and the color shift. What? Oh, bam. You see that? Bam. Oh, that was cool the way that. Just turn that around there and poof. Look at that. Wow. Those bellies look sweet. Oh, no. No. Fish down. Oh, fat dent. Well, that sucks for that one. But we got two. Oh, gosh, would you look at that color shift in that tail? Oh, that looks so good. Oh, look at that. You got that pink jelly roll coming through. You got flips to orange when that light bumps up against that black. And that top is giving you all kinds of color shift. Oh yeah, that's gonna look so good coming through the water. I don't know how a spawn time bass is gonna be ignoring this thing coming through the water. This is gonna be fun to fish tomorrow. We got a couple whip wads, we got some worms, we got some slick swims. That's a whole tray of baits. I think we're gonna call it right here. Let's get some close-ups and then meet you out on the water, see how these things fish. Welcome to the main reservoir today. Crystal clear water, perfect place to throw our new Parasol Pro bright, purplish morning dawn jelly roll slick swims. Got this on a screw head, our favorite way to fish it. Just doing it this way so we can test the action, and I can tell you already it looks pretty good. I'm seeing a lot of kicking, a lot of body roll, which is good. Oh yeah. All right, well, let's see how it performs. What are you starting off with?
A square bill.
Fish on already.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
Fish on. All right. Looks like the Parasol Pro works. The fish like it.
Nice, Mikey.
Oh, okay. Oh, first fish in the boat.
Nice.
There we go. Look at that. New Plastisol. Doing pretty good. First fish in the boat. I don't know that that's 1 pound. Is that weighable? Are we weighing that guy? I'm gonna say no. Could it be? All right, might be first fish on the board. Oh yeah, look at that. 1.35 bag one. It is over 1 pound. It counts. Awesome. Woo. Thank you, buddy. We're going to set up our net. Got to give it the triple dipper.
Yeah. Oh.
3 dips, 3 spins, 3 shakes. The triple dipper. Now we're ready. Because you can see the starter beds here, but those aren't fully, see them? They're trying to scout their various beds along the shoreline here. So that's what's going on. You can see them, a bunch of little guys. There's a couple up there. Kind of makes me want to just like Texas rig it in a way.
Yeah, huh?
Got one. Got one.
Nice.
Got one. Look at that. Picked him right off the ground over there. Little guy. Whoa. Spit it. Oh. That's fun though on that BFS gear. Another one. Fish on.
I need to get one of those.
Yeah. In the boat. Let's go. Third fish. Well, second in the boat, but third fish on the, look at that. Parasol Pro. Slick swim. Oh yeah, we'll weigh you up, buddy. Don't you worry. Oh, 1 pound, 8 ounces. All right, we'll put that in bag 1. Thank you, sir.
Oh,
Woo.
out of here.
Nice.
Let me get one of those.
All right, so we're just going to take our slick swim, bring it right through the center of the back. Now, the thing about the slick swim is you don't want, see, I already went back too far. You don't want that, okay? You don't need a whole lot. You don't have to go back very far at all. There we go. We want enough room on that screw head so where that can spin. All right, we want to make sure to pull that back a little bit. All right, we don't want to cover up that bubble, that little bead right there. So we got a free spinning screw head. That looks fantastic. There you go. Fish on for Eric. There you go. Get it in the boat. Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, he swallowed it.
Yeah, you did.
No way. On the fall. Already got a fish.
Really?
Already got a fish on that cast. Wow.
Oh, that's a big
Oh, he
Did he
came.
spit it?
He spit it.
That was a big fish. So far, the biggest of the day.
Oh,
Damn.
oh, he took that on the fall. I was letting more line
I
out.
had that on video, huh?
Oh, it's on video. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, so we've retied, and we actually put on the same 3.5 inch slick swim, different color, but this is Bait Plastics 242. So just want to get a little side-by-side action comparison for myself. And I definitely notice a tighter kick with this 242. Now, granted, it's cured longer, okay, so we'll take that into account. Good body roll still, but that tail doesn't seem like it's flapping all over the place like it did with that Parasol Pro. All right, well, let's fish this one a little bit and see how this one does. See if the fish like this. Which way are you casting? Fish on.
Really? On the fucking drop again.
Tiny guy. Tiny.
Still though. It's definitely good content, right? I mean, you're catching fish on.
Oh yeah, it makes for great content. There's one on the Bait Plastics 242. I'm not even going to measure that guy. That's a no. You don't even qualify, buddy. Thanks for playing though. Second cast, fish on. I wonder if they like the color better. It is much more of a realistic bait fish pattern.
Nice fish.
Oh, this one's weighable. In the boat. All right, first solid fish on the 242 Plastisol. That's back to back. I am wondering if they like that blue color better though, to be fair. Wow, awesome. All right, 1 pound, 9 ounces. Put that on bag 1. There we go. 3 fish for a total of 4.5 pounds. All right, so we fished all along there. You've seen the fish catches so far, and we kind of went the Texas rig back along that part of the shoreline there, but we're back now. Slick swim again. We're just going to start it off because the color is on here, a little 242, and see how this goes. We may jump over to the pink just to get some more visibility, so I don't really think that one catches fish over the other. I do, however, so far like the kick. It's a lot wider kick, maybe because it's a little bit softer, but you can see 242 pretty tore up after those 1 or 2 fish, and so far it's about the same for both. About 3 fish per slick swim is what I've seen, at least with these first couple baits.
Cool right there.
Fish on.
Really?
Come on. Ooh, he's fighting. Oh, might need a net job. Oh, we got, hold on, I got it. We got it in the boat. All right, there we go. Another one. That's on the 242 version. Looking good, buddy. Look at that, 1.8. Boom. What are we looking at? 4 fish for 5 pounds, 14 ounces. Ooh, fish. Fish on. No, stay down, stay down. Stay down. All right. Oh, Eric, that's a good, that might be a female. Oh, yeah.
That's a good, that's the biggest one of the day. Wow.
Okay, easy, 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 easy. All right. Oh, yeah, easy. Biggest one of the day. Look at that, right in the roof of the mouth. There we go. Went back to that Parasol Pro, the pink with that moon dust on top. I forget what color it is, but yeah, nice little fish. Let's get this one on the scale. All right, 2 pounds, 1 ounce.
Nice, there you go.
Boom. All right. Thanks for playing. You okay down there? Yeah.
Same by.
All right. That is 5 fish for 7 pounds, 15 ounces.
What am I? I'm 2 fish for, I guess, gotta add a pound to mine.
Out of pounds. You're 2 pounds, 10 ounces.
Okay.
Fish on.
God damn. One just jumped back there.
Oh, came off. No way, no way. I got that on video.
What?
I caught a fish in the middle of a tangle.
Really?
No way. No way.
Yours are all weighing.
Look at that. Yeah, right down the throat. Another one for the Parasol Pro. What are you peeing in on my boat for? All right. Oh, lock it in, 1.11. Boom. All right. 6 fish total. 9 pounds, 9.5 ounces.
Non-weigher? Probably.
Double up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's our first double up of the year.
Let's go, baby.
I think this might weigh a pound. Nice, double up.
Doubled up. Look at that.
Small, but I
Slick swim doing damage today.
get lucky. Cheers.
Cheers, baby.
1.5, 1.7.
1 pound, 3 ounces.
Oh.
right.
We got game fish today, though, Mike. This is nice.
Mm-hmm. Better than not catching fish.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bait chuckers. That was a very long day on the water. You can see I got a little bit of color. I can't wait though. It means that olive oil tan is going to start to settle in now that we got some sunshine here. Real excited about that. But how did it do? Parasol Pro. Well, I think it did pretty good. Now, I only had 1 cup experience, right? This was a 1 cup first impression. So I really, outside of the smell, that's really the only downside I've had so far. I think it does tend to heat up a little bit easier once it warms up to, I'll say, working temperature. It doesn't take nearly as long to get it back up to where we need to be. So that can be a good thing, especially if you're working with a lot of sensitive pigments, meaning you don't have to heat it as long. So if you're using like Sparkle Flake, for example, less time, warming it up to get it to where it needs to be. But simultaneously, I think users will have to be careful because you can skyrocket right past where you need to be and you could ruin your whole cup if you have heat sensitive flake or pigments in there. So just some things I think, to keep in mind if you're going to switch over. I ended up actually buying 5 different jugs of it. So I bought 5 gallons worth, but I picked one from all the different formulas. So we have some soft and some medium hard and some hard. So I want to try all the different blends and just kind of compare them and see how they fit into to my setup and my system. But yeah, first impressions, pretty good, pretty good. I give it a 4 out of 5. All right. 4 out of 5 because the smell, it is low odor, but the smell really, for me, it's pretty harsh. But, super clear, which is great to see. Cost-wise, it's right there with everyone else. There's a little bit extra you pay with the shipping, but, it's clear, bubble-free. As much as bubble-free, I'm using air quotes here, just because... I shake the heck out of it. I'm always going to vacuum it regardless. I don't care. I don't care what vendor it is. If they're telling me it's bubble free, it's still going in the vacuum chamber because I know I'm going to add moisture when I add glitter and colorant and all those other things. So for me in my shop, that's kind of it doesn't really matter to me because I'm going to vac it anyways. But if you don't have a vacuum chamber, then that's a nice thing to have. Something that doesn't bubble up a lot. So ease of use, working time was, pretty standard. I wouldn't say anything special there, but no, negatives either. So it didn't get super sticky. it hardened just as quickly as I would expect a phthalate, Plastisol to harden. So all of that worked out great. So, yeah, 4 out of 5. I only got 1 cup. Excited to use it more throughout the shop with different builds, see how it works with different colors. But so far, so good, real good action. Durability is also about the same as 242, about 3 slick swims, 3 fish per slick swim. So that's good there, 3 fish per bait. That's good enough for me. Because I'm making the bait, so I don't really worry even if I get 1 fish per bait. If they're catching fish, that's what really matters to me. So action's really good. It's right there. I'm excited to see what the rest of the different durometers have in store for me as we use those throughout the channel. So look for more Parasol Pro in addition to the Bait Plastics 242, which is what I normally use. And we always, of course, we're running through our Dead On Plastic sinking blend as well. So that's where we're at. First cup impressions. Let me know what you think about Parasol Pro. Put a comment down below. Always open for input from all of you out there in the bait chucking community. And of course, if you like the video, make sure to like the video. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, y'all, you know who it is. Your friend on this end, Michael, out here around these Delta sloughs, reminding you to keep on chucking. I'll get back with you.